here we are on Sunday, April the 25th, 28 CE, on the 11th day of the first month. I first started off with 6 days prior to Passover, and we all know, especially from what we learned last week, is that the 14th day is the day that the Passover meal is prepared. So we know that if it's 6 days prior to Passover, and we know that everything started on the Friday for the Holy Week. Here we go. Let's continue. Again, we're on Sunday, April the 25th, 28 CE, on the 11th day of the first month. From the Hebrew roots perspective, we have 2 accounted events. However, one of the events that the Christians, on the Christians' perspective, has only one of the events occurring on a Monday. But we will figure these things out as we continue on. So let's continue. We're on Matthew chapter 21. We're going to read verse 18 through 19. And it reads as, "Now early in the morning, when he was returning to the city, he became hungry." Who is he? Yeshua. "And seeing a long fig tree by the road, he came to it and found nothing on it except leaves alone. And he said to it, 'No longer shall there ever be any fruit from you.' At once the fig tree withered away." So he expected some fig trees to be there, but it wasn't any fig trees there. And so he required for it to wither away because you're not bearing any fruit. On the same day, he arrived at the temple. So let's go over to Mark. We're going to read Mark 11, chapter 11, verses 15 through 19. He's at the temple now. And then they came to Jerusalem. This is the Yeshua and the ones that are following him, the disciples, came and arrived to Jerusalem and entered the temple area and began to drive out those who were selling and buying on the temple grounds. And he overturned the tables of the money changers and seats of those who were selling doves, and he would not allow anyone to carry any merchandise through the temple grounds. And he began to teach and say to them, Is it not written? Now I want to pause there. One thing that if you have not started doing, what you do need to do, whenever you say that it's written, you need to go back and find that word is written, because you get the full understanding. We're not going to do that this time because we kind of focus on the Holy Week, and we're going to continue. Is it not written, "My house will be called a house of prayer for all the nations, but you have made it a den of robbers."